Hi everybody, welcome to ABC Gluten Free. Thank you for joining us today. We have a really great show planned for you today. We're going to be making some of our favorite summer soup. And if you're saying soup in the summer, we understand, but we're going to share our recipe with you, so maybe you'll enjoy it also like we do. And of course I have my awesome helper here, Sophia and Jeremiah. Jeremiah obviously is going to be in the back doing some work for us there, and Sophia will be up here with Mommy, right? So we're glad you're tuning in. If you're watching on live stream or if you're going to be watching on FoodTube, let us know. Send us a tweet or give us a little comment on the bottom of our live stream tab here and let us know you're tuning in. And if you're going to be getting your book, to write down the recipe, because you guys know we go fast and we go furious and we want you to enjoy it too. So get your pen and paper and BYON, right, Sophia?
Bring your own napkin.
Bring your own napkin, because we know you're going to be drooling. We have some really special things planned. You want to get started? What are we making today? What are we making?
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder. What kind?
Grilled cheese.
What kind of clam chowder? What kind of clam chowder? There's two kinds. New England or Manhattan? Which one are we making? We're making New England clam chowder. This was a favorite of our family recipe. And what else are we making? We're making coconut, lime and the coconut cookies. Lime and the coconut cookies, and we're also making our beautiful grilled cheese sandwich. And we have a little special treat to go on our grilled cheese sandwich today. It's not your ordinary grilled cheese. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Are you ready? Alright, we're going to get started on our cookies first because we have to get those in the oven. So to get started, Sophia's going to start her mixing. What we have in here is about 1/4 cup of our coconut oil. And we just had that melted a little bit. Sophia's going to stir that up with about 1/2 cup of sugar. We have our raw sugar.
Ooh, that's a lot of sugar.
Okay. Jeremiah likes that. He's going to love the cookies. Alright, so we have our raw sugar and our coconut oil. Sophia's mixing that up. We're going to add 1 egg to this. You ready? Ready? Go ahead, keep going. Keep going. I'm going to get our dry ingredients ready. We have our sugar white bread mix that we always use. We're using that to make our delicious cookies today. Easy, honey, easy. That's good. Keep going, but gently. We're going to use about 1.5 cups of our sugar bread mix. You guys know that my nickname for that is the almighty box. Because it can do pretty much anything. Go ahead, start it. So about 1.5 cups of our sugar bread box. 1 teaspoon of our baking. I always want to say the opposite of what I'm using. Baking powder. What was that one? Oh, so 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to use a teaspoon of salt. That's about 2 of our little baby tiny teaspoons. This is what I used to feed you when you were a baby, this little teaspoon. And I used to have to go, because neither one of them ate anything. Now they eat everything. Right? Okay, keep stirring. We're going to use about 1/4 cup. First I'm going to sift this together. Mix up our dry. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup of our coconut. This is beautiful coconut. We're going to add a little bit of lime juice, about 1 tablespoon of lime juice to our mix. And now we're going to add the dry to the wet. Sophia, you ready? And you can add whatever you like to the cookies. If you want to do a little pineapple chunk, you can do that. We're going to add a little pineapple juice that we actually use. We skin our pineapple, we boil it out, and we get all the juices out of the pineapple skin because we don't like to waste anything. So we have that today. Alright, Sophia, you're going to switch over from the whisk. Take the fork. Take the whisk out. Jeremiah, can you bring that to the sink? And Sophia's going to start adding the wet and dry.
You mean the dry to the wet?
The wet and the dry. You're adding the wet and the dry together, right? Just want to make sure we get all of our flour and baking powder out of there, and our salt. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of coconut milk. Stir, 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 stir.
Mom, your mind's drooling.
And we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of our pineapple juice. This makes a really nice cake, by the way. If you just want to make a cake, put it in a pound cake pan. Make a really nice cake. Put it down, please. Put it down. Would you get a rubber spatula, please? And the cookie scoop. Looks like we need a little bit more flour. Since I'm measuring, eyeballing it. This is really like a 1/3 cup little scoop, but I'm going to just put a little bit in. Go ahead, Sophia. Start stirring. I want a little bit more of a thicker dough because we're making cookies, not cake. Keep going. Good girl. If you like more coconut, you can add some coconut to the top. Okay, so Mommy's see now. Jeremiah, would you get the whoopie pie pan, please? Yes, we're going to do the scoop. All right, now if you like more lime, you can put some lime zest in here. Jeremiah, do we have any more limes? I don't remember. Check in the fridge. You want to put some lime zest in this? It'll give it a little bit more flavor. And also you can put some more coconut on top if you like it that much like we do. Do we have any limes? Limes in the drawer. Alright, so for the other scoop out, we have our whoopie pie pan here that we're using today. Go ahead. We hope that we don't have technical difficulties, but if we do, just come back and tune in later because we have a lot of clouds in the sky today and we're hoping that it doesn't interfere with our web. This is a lemon. I wanted a lime.
You said lemon.
I said lime, didn't I? Somebody tell me, what did I say, lemon or lime? Chime in right on the bottom there and comment and let me know if I said lemon or lime. That's enough. Push back. Too much. You have to be able to make 6, okay? And they're going to poof up. Okay, go, go. Thank you. We're going to put a little lime zest on the top. This lime is looking sad.
Mom, this one's a little different.
Here, can let Mommy do it, please? Because we got to get going, honey.
I can do it quick.
All right, well, do it, and then we'll do the zest on the top and the coconut. They were singing like all week almost, get the lime and the coconut, because we went to one coffee shop.
in the coconut.
They had lime coconut special drink. That was it good? Was it good, the lime coconut drink? Or is anybody going to say, was it good?
Yeah.
It was good? All right, honey. All right, come on. Jeremiah is going to put these in the oven at 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Woo, we got like, woo, woo, the camera's going, woo, woo. Like zone in and out. All right, I'm just going to fill this up a little bit more. We're going to make sure that we fill these up. These could even be a really delicious, delicious ice cream cookie sandwich, which we can possibly do later. All right, so I'm just going to get the rest of this out of here. We don't want to waste anything. And we're going to put a little bit of lime and coconut on top.
Lime and coconut.
Okay, let Mommy have it. You can't do this one. You can do the coconut. We're going to do a little bit of lime. This is pathetic little lime, but I think it's all we have for today. We did not go grocery shopping, so we're just having what we have. And put it the wrong way.
No wonder why it's not coming out good. No, you have to go like that. You have to go up.
No, you have to go down.
Up is where it's better.
Okay, so we have a little bit of lime on top. We're going to add a little bit of coconut to that. So we're going to put a little bit of coconut on there. And everything else we're going to put away because we're going to get started on our New England clam chowder. This is dairy-free, guys. Okay, careful. We'll spread it around, no? Like that. Like this. And move this out of the way so Sophie can see what you're doing. So we have our whoopie pie pan that we're putting our lime and coconut cookies in. Now if you want more, obviously you're going to just do a double batch. Just double everything because it comes out fine. And if you want to do it a pound cake or a coconut cake, just put it in that loaf pan and let it cook for about 35 to 45 minutes. And it really comes out nice If you add those pineapple chunks, you're going to add a little bit more time onto it because of that moisture. All right, so we're going to put this away now. You ready for our next session? Jeremiah's going to put those in the oven on 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. We're going to clean up our mess and get started on our clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
12. Here, check at 12. We're going to check them at 12 because those are really... Could you stop her? Could you stop? We're going to check them at 12 because we want to make sure they don't burn. And those are the whoopie pie pans, so they're real thin. Excuse me, honey. Thank you. All right. All right, Jeremiah, we're ready for clam chowder.
This
Can you
is
put
a
this away?
pan of New England clam chowder right here.
Jeremiah, could you move this out of the way, please? Thank you. Carefully. We're going to take our ingredients out of the way from our cookies, and we're going to get our burner started. We're going to put this burner on high because this one's like a little bit of like kind of slow. So we're going to get our clam chowder started on here. What we have in the back is we started cooking our potatoes because we wanted them to get real soft, and sometimes they get that, we want the starch to come out so it thickens up the soup. Jeremiah, could you give me the potatoes, please? And then we're going to get started on chopping all of our other ingredients. You ready to chop? Are you sure? Let me see all the fingers up. Got to count our fingers before we start chopping so we make sure we have all of them.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so what we have in here is just some chopped potatoes. Thank you to Gluten-Free Grandma. She cut up our potatoes for us and our onions so we don't want to cry. All right, Jeremiah, you can start bringing this up to me in the cutting boards. All right, we have our onions already chopped. We're going to add those, once this gets hot, we're going to add those to the potatoes. That's about a cup and a half. We did a lot of potatoes because we're making a huge pot of soup and we wanted to have enough to share. So we actually did we got a box of potatoes. How many potatoes did we cut? Probably more than 12 potatoes. We did a lot. I put that down for now. I don't want you playing with the knife. Jeremiah, you can take this back. I don't need that. And I need something under here, please. All right, we have our potatoes. We wanted some Yukon Gold, so we mixed the Yukon Golds with the red bliss potatoes.
Now we have potatoes growing in our garden.
We have potatoes growing in our garden, you're right, but we just didn't have enough to make our clam chowder. So what do you want to cut? Celery or potatoes? Okay, we're going to dice them. Jeremiah, put it over here. Put it over here. I'll do the carrots because they're hard. We have our carrots soaking in water. I'm going to do about 4 carrots. I'm going to dice them up. I'll move this out of the way.
So
We want to make sure you're going to do
like
dice.
French fries first and then dice them.
You can do them like that, yeah, if you want to. Want to do them like French fries first? I'm just going to cut off the tips of the carrots and make sure. We've had these in some cold water for a while, so they're ready to go. What do you want to do? You want to cut them? I'm going to cut these into half moons. And then I'm going to cut them into quarters, actually. If you guys like the round discs in your soup, you can do that. You don't have to cut them like I am. Just make it your own. You just know that you're going to use carrots, and we're going to keep that potato water in there because we're going to use that to make our clam chowder broth, because dairy-free, it's not going to be that real creamy unless you use all Yukon Gold potatoes, which we didn't have enough this week. Okay, don't scoop in. Just do this. Watch Mommy. Cut that piece off and get rid of it, okay? Now we're going to cut this off and get rid of it. Now, what did Grandpa say when that happens? The potato gets too big, it starts to grow inside itself. I thought that was interesting. He was a potato farmer in Ireland, so I guess he knows what he's talking about. Okay, so we're going to dice our carrots. Jeremiah, could you give me a bowl, please?
Yep.
And you can turn on the soup on low in the back. Alright, we're just going to dice up our carrots, get them ready to go in our soup, and you're going to have to cook this for about half an hour to 45 minutes. If you want to and you have to go out, put everything in the crock pot and just let it go. It'll be fine. Alright, how you doing? Good? You can put your potatoes in the bowl Jeremiah's going to get us, okay? He's supposed to get us a bowl. You getting us a bowl, little boy? Thank you. Alright, so we're going to put our potatoes in here once we're ready. We're just going to keep dicing up our carrots. So now's the time if you want to go get a drink or you want to go get your napkin, go ahead and go get it now because we're going to be making our clam chowder real soon. We're having New England clam chowder. Now I know my dad, when we had the Beachcomber, he would sell tons and tons and tons and tons of clam chowder. It didn't matter how hot it was. It could be 80, it could be 100 degrees. They still wanted hot soup and a hot sandwich, which always made me laugh because then they would get ice cold lemonade and it would be like hot and cold. But everybody used to love our clam chowder, and we're definitely not making it the same as we used to because we're not using any heavy cream or milk. But we're using our coconut milk, and it really does taste delicious. Yeah. So we've got our potatoes cooking now. I'm going to add our onions in there. I'm going to add almost all of that. Jeremiah, can I have that wooden spoon back there, please? And then I'm going to start adding our carrots. We have carrots, celery, and onion. That's pretty much the trinity. Everybody calls it the trinity. Or sometimes garlic, onion, celery. Depends on who you're talking to, really, and how they were trained. I think you can do a lot of things with celery, carrots, and onions. And definitely potatoes in our house, right, guys? Yeah. Potatoes. I'm just going to throw the carrots right into here. And then I'm going to start with my spices. I'm going to do my salt and pepper and parsley. I don't really put too much spice in the clam chowder because I think the clams have their own flavor, the potatoes bring their own, and you want to kind of leave that the way it is. Alright, so I'm going to cut some celery. Jeremiah, would you wash this off for me, please? Yeah. Oh, never mind, I'll do it. You're busy. Sophia, okay with the potatoes? Mm-hmm. Sophia has some nice Yukon Gold potatoes that we got from our favorite farmer at the farmer's market. We got a whole case of potatoes mixed. We did. So what I'm going to do now is just add some salt and pepper to here. You always want to flavor at each layer that you're putting in. Okay, good. You want to make sure you get flavor in there. I have pepper. Where's my pepper? Somebody stole my pepper, I think. So we have our salt in here. We're going to get our pepper in soon. Where is it? Where are you going? Okay, you want me to cut potatoes? Yeah. I'm going to help Sophia cut some potatoes since I'm done with my carrots. Thank you. Jeremiah, could you get the pepper for me? Yep. Thank you. Alright, so today's an easy day for us. We're not making 10 different things. We're really just taking our time making our New England clam chowder. Now, if you don't want to make soup in the summer, save this recipe for in the winter time when you feel like it. Because everybody loves soup in the winter. Sophia, put your potatoes in. Jeremiah, what are you doing, honey? What are you doing? So tell them about your week that you had, guys. What are you guys up to?
My birthday's next Thursday.
We're celebrating Sophia's birthday next Friday on the show, so don't miss it. We want you to tune in. It's her pick, and we're not going to, don't tell what you're picking. We're not going to tell you what she's picking, but it's going to be spectacular.
It's going to taste so good, you can't contain the excitement.
You can't. And we're having a little beach party for Sophia with her girlfriends.
My friends, not my girlfriends.
And she's having a little treasure hunt at the beach with her friends. And we've been at the beach all week, as you can probably tell, right, Sophia? Let's see. Put your arm up. We're a little bit tan. We've been at the beach all week, and it's been absolutely beautiful. So this soup just reminds me of the days when we spent at the beach, you know, hanging out with our family on the boardwalk. You know, we used to serve our chowder in a styrofoam cup, a styrofoam bowl, and you would just think it was gourmet anyway, coming from that little styrofoam bowl. That's enough now, okay? Yeah. I'll take it. Take that away. So I think we have enough potatoes now. We're going to get cooking. Watch out. Okay. Yes, I know. She had her high heels on and she went and took them off. Because the high heels do hurt after a while. Everybody knows that. Alright, so we have some of our vegetable broth we're going to be using. You have your potato broth from boiling your potatoes. Just use that. We kind of used most of it already, so we need to get this open. Let me try this thing. Jeremiah, you could take away the potatoes and the carrots, please, and the celery. Oh, no, I'm not the celery. I'll get that. I can't open this. Who's going to open this for me?
I will.
Oh, Sophia's going to open it. Let's see how you do here.
We're going to have muscles.
Jeremiah, you going to open it? Alright, we're going to put away our stuff because we have already potatoes in here. You can't do that. Give that to gluten-free grandma.
No, but it's a bowl.
Alright, I'm going to dice up the celery real quick. Sophia, finish this one, please. For our celery, we want it really tiny. And we want that celery to cook down. Did you get it? You
I
can't
started.
get it.
I just
Okay,
started.
okay. Let's see what Muscle Man can do after all his lifeguard training. Want to see if he can get that open.
I'm eating mustard.
Let's see if he can get that open.
It's impossible.
We started preparing for our school year. I know everybody out there, we don't want to hear those words, but we homeschool so we can actually start whenever we feel like it. But we're definitely getting ready our curriculum to see what's happening. So if you guys have anything interesting out there to share with us, let us know. We're going to be going to a surfboard company and watching them make surfboards. That's going to be awesome.
We are?
Whoa, honey.
We are?
Yeah, we are.
Who is it?
We're going to go apple picking, cranberry picking.
Ooh, yay.
We like to talk about all the fun stuff. The math and science gets done. All right, Jeremiah, that's good, honey. Thank you.
I really get it.
All right, I'm going to just pop the celery in here. It's getting hot back here. I can feel this cooking up over here. You got it? Yeah, you got it.
Loosened it for you.
You got it.
What are you talking about?
All right, we have our vegetable broth. This is just, I always save, whenever I cook veggies, or whenever gluten-free grandma cooks veggies, we save the broth. What are you doing? And then we're going to just add our clams and our clam juice to that.
Where's the cream?
Thank you. We didn't do it yet. We got our potatoes in here. We're going to let that cook. Jeremiah, get rid of this and this, please. So we're going to just let this keep going right here in front of you guys. We have a really nice pot full of vegetables. We don't know if we can see that or not.
Who wants some
Can you
clams?
see that? I'm
Clams?
going to take the clams now, Jeremiah, please. I don't want the can to front though.
Can I see the
I
cream?
need the other ones.
Let's see the
Right, so we have the clams. We're just going to toss them in there. It took us a while to find clams that we can actually have. Because a lot of the clams say they're processed with wheat, so you better check your seafood. We were going to go buy some fresh clams, but I really thought that would just take way too long on the show to open clams or steam clams, take them out of the shell, and then put them into the soup. So we're using our clam juice that comes with it. We're going to actually drain a little bit of the clam juice because we want to make sure we save some for later when that starts to cook down. Whoopsie. So we have 1.5 cans of clams. Yeah, when my dad had his place, they used to say you had to find the clam, right? Right? You had to find the clam. You find the clam, you got a prize. You got a clam. All right, we're going to add our clam juice. And Jeremiah, you're going to get me the coconut milk, please. All right, so our dairy-free version, we're using coconut milk.
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk goes really well with clam chowder. It really doesn't affect the flavor. And the clams, they stay true to their flavor.
I will check the rest.
Okay, you're going to put that pot on in the back, right?
Oh, Mom.
Yeah.
Never seen them once.
They smell really good. Those cookies smell really good, and it's like a little bitty cake that we can actually put some ice cream on or something if we wanted to. Okay. You gotta check them. Check them. All right, so I'm gonna let this go right here for a little bit. I'm gonna let that come to a boil, and then we'll see what happens when we're done. All right, our next. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to put that to the back there, Maya. Our next thing that goes with our soup is a sandwich. Obviously, you have a little soup, a little sandwich. That's a really nice little lunch for you and your friends. So we're going to be making our delicious grilled cheese sandwiches. I need to get all my stuff ready, but I'm going to go put this in the back real quick. So don't go anywhere. Jeremiah, here we go. Can you put this on, please? Take them out, yep. All right, our cookies smell delicious. I can smell the pineapple, I smell the coconut, I smell all that yummy flavors. And I'm going to get started on our grilled cheese sandwiches. I need to get our pan hot. Jeremiah, can I have the pan for the grilled cheese sandwiches?
Yes, Mother.
Thank you. For our grilled cheese sandwiches, we're using our deli bread from Char. And actually, let me just clean up my little spot real quick here. What happened to my thing for the... What happened to my thing that holds my... Oh, there it is. You just dry this off. The clam chowder's on the back. We'll bring it up when we're done. We're going to make our grilled cheese sandwiches now. You want to make grilled cheese sandwiches with me? Okay, get all the stuff out of the fridge. Can you reach?
Can I touch the bread?
We're going to